Alright, so this is going to be a kind of shoddily put together informal tutorial, but I'll try to keep this brief. I'm recording this intro after I already recorded, and I realized that it's kind of confusing, so I'm just going to outline what we're going to go through. First, we're going to go through recording the in-game footage. Not recording as in like recording video with a capture card. I'm talking about the in-game GTA feature where you can like record like action replay or record like what happens. It doesn't record as a video, it records as game data, and then later in Rockstar Editor you can actually kind of fly around in a camera in the scenes that you recorded. So that means next, after that, we'll be going to getting good shots in Rockstar Editor. I say you can edit in Rockstar Editor, they give you the tools, but I suggest against that, and I suggest just using it to get the good shots that you need to edit later in like an editing program, which we'll get to. So after you like set up some cool shots or whatever, you want to actually record it with your capture card, and I'll show you that. Okay, you want to capture it. I use my NVIDIA, whatever it's called, Shadow Play or something like that, and I just kind of press the record button. I have the settings up to max, okay, like 4K or whatever. That's important. Definitely do that, but handle that on your own. And once you do that, you just take the video file, you pop it in an editing program. I use Adobe Premiere, as you can see here, and then that's it. Once you have cool shots in your editing program, you could do whatever the hell you want. You know, you can add music, you can add effects, you can, do anything. Okay, so that being said, the tutorial's coming up, and I'll explain everything in a little bit more detail. And I also plan on making a better tutorial. I made this during my lunch break real quick to help someone who was asking for help. Alright, so this is a quick tutorial, probably not a full tutorial, of the best sort of workflow I've found to make really quick and easy Rockstar Editor videos. You can either record in story mode, director mode, or in, online. I get most of my shots online, but it can be hard with like people trying to kill you, modders, and just things going wrong all the time. But a safe space is director mode, which you can use to pretty much kind of like load up any character you want, vehicles and stuff like that. We won't really go into too much into this, it's just kind of self-explanatory. You can figure it out for yourself. But let's find someone cool that you might not get. Well, that's my character. But, I don't know. This guy. No. Yeah, whatever, this guy. And, so now I chose him, and we're just gonna get some shots of him. And I'll show you what we're going to be using. So right now I'm going to be using my built-in NVIDIA capture card thing, but not immediately. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do something here. I don't know, I'll do something crazy. Wait, don't forget, you got to start recording. There. So now it's recording that, and I'm going to do something crazy, I don't know.
What the fuck? Ah!
Oh, neon lights on an NPC car, that's new.
Now, motherfucker.
Okay, that should be enough. Alright, now, what we're gonna do, I usually like get more shots in a row, but for this tutorial, let's say that was enough. We're actually going to press escape, go to Rockstar Editor, create new project, yep, add clip, and this is the most recent one that we got, this one, edit, yes. Okay, now here's where we should probably just get cool camera angles and stuff like that. Note, we haven't recorded anything with our capture card yet. All we've done is sort of got the game data, and now we're going to get the shots. And once we set that up, then we'll record it just straight from the screen. I don't do any sort of exporting or anything like that. It's probably not the best way to do it technically, but it's certainly the easiest. So let's see. Something cool happens around here or something, right? This is gonna be a lame. Oh, he's giving the finger. Good. I'll use that. Sometimes you get lucky. All right. So this is gonna be a kind of a boring little film, but okay. One tip: I would never use the game camera because everyone knows what the game camera looks like. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna know that's the game camera, and immediately it's not a movie anymore. It's just game footage. So I would never use that. Okay, so you might want to just get used to it now. The controls, it can be hard to get used to, but you do get used to it. So let's see. I know he's gonna hit him right around here. So let's go check. Boom. And I don't know. Sometimes I like to take the wrestling tip and change camera on impacts. I'm not really putting much thought into this, so it's probably going to be pretty bad, but I just want to give you a sense of what I do. And by the way, I'm pointing. You press M to add a marker, which is basically a new camera, right? So you want to click here, you can scrub. I'm going to press space to press play. That wasn't that good. So usually I'll spend like minutes getting the right shot, like making sure it's perfect. Otherwise, there's no point in using it. I wish I could just get lucky now for the sake of tutorial so that you don't have to bear through it. That's alright. Maybe I'll get another one here. And there are other things you can do here, such as look at target. So luckily, well, unluckily, nope, it's not gonna want to do that. So, you know, it's a lot of like clunkiness sometimes. You just gotta deal with it. That's not gonna be a good shot, but I'm gonna leave it there. Now, I would definitely advise taking advantage of the zoom, but don't abuse it. But usually zooming in gives you a more cinematic effect, and it gives you the chance to like really frame things. So let's see. We want to get our guy in the frame along with the finger. But he's moving. So I'm gonna add another marker, and sometimes it just experiments. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm gonna put another here. So pretty much what I'm teaching right now is keyframing. Notice how there's two shots, right? This one, and then this one. But look what it's gonna be like before I do anything else. It's not gonna be that good. It's weird. But the reason I did that was this. We're actually gonna go to this keyframe, and we're going to go to cameras. We're gonna go to blend mode, and we're gonna just put some sort of blending on it, so you'll see the difference. Now it actually follows him. So it kind of like connects the two. Now this whole thing is kind of terrible right now. But you can see like there are glimpses of like cinematic shots. You know, if you were to work a little bit more, you might get a better effect. So let's try our best to make this one nice. And I'll get off this. This is going to be the last shot because we're not really learning much about recording. Well, last series of shots because I just want to intercut a bunch. Again, I would spend more time on this, but meanwhile, it's probably the 10th minute here. And I also would advise against lingering on shots for too long unless it looks really good. You know, like good enough to be in a movie. Gotta start looking at it in that lens. This guy's giving the finger too. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, well, let's try our best with this. And I got pretty lucky. Usually I'll use different sets of shots and then kind of record them individually, but this short movie, we got very lucky in that most of our shots are going to be here. But I'll show you what we're going to do. Going to press H to hide the HUD, and then I'm going to, well, I'm not going to press it now because I'm already recording, but right now I would press record on my screen recorder. Be sure to hide the mouse. So pretend I press record now, and now I'm going to press play. So there are some usable parts in there, and now it would stop the recording. Alright, now I'm going to Alt-Tab. I'm going to open up Premiere, which I already have, and I actually have a project that I was working on, but I'm not going to show you that, it's a secret. And then I'm going to go to my NVIDIA Captures, go to Grand Theft Auto, whatever you're using, just go find that file that we just made. And here, I believe, is it. Yes, it's actually the tutorial, so it's like Inception right now. Let's get to the part where we actually recorded. No, the HUD was gone. Yeah, there. There's no sound. Why is that? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna press play. Oops. I'll mute my past self. Okay, so now we've got the relevant clip in the timeline. And this is where our clips are. Now, what I do is, if you have Premiere, this will be useful. I press C to get the razor tool. I use that to chop up the parts where I might want to cut. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted this to happen a little sooner, or that shot to end a little sooner. Boom. I would actually cut it, or the original one, and then push this one closer. Let's see how that looks. It doesn't look that good, but still, that's something I do quite often because in reality, not everything lines up perfectly. So pretty much that's it. You can add music and anything you want. Once you're out of the game, you can do anything you want. You know, you can even intercut clips of real life. Doesn't really matter. But that's pretty much it. Then you would like just export it. I don't need to teach you how to edit video. That's another tutorial. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's say that this wasn't enough. Let's say that we realize, oh man, this ending was not enough. This was a cliffhanger, you know? Then you would just go back, do it again. You would go back, I would get out of here, exit to story mode, and then I would wait the 5 years it takes to load the game, although I'm not complaining. And then you would just go record more, whatever you want, rinse and repeat until you're finished. And don't be surprised if it takes you like 5 to 8 hours to make a movie that is 2 minutes long. In fact, it'll probably be better if it takes you that long, because you put a lot of time into it. Okay, well, that's it.